Hello everybody, welcome back to Cottage Bleu. My name is Gabi and today I'm very happy to introduce you to our new scrapbook kits. What you can see on my screen now is one of the first kits you will see at the shop. These kits include a hyperlink album as well as accessories to start creating your spreads, and you will receive these PDF once you purchase the kit, and you can download by clicking here your files. So I already have my files downloaded in my iPad, so I don't have to waste a lot of time going through every detail there. But basically, once you have downloaded it, these are the folders that you're going to see. So you have your PDF file here at the beginning, and then you have your digital papers, and the rest of the folders are your accessories that they all come with and without shadow in this case. So let's start by taking a look at the scrapbooking kit, the scrapbooking album. So I will be using Noteful. I find that it's very easy to create the spreads here because you work in layers compared to GoodNotes where you can edit up to a certain point, but then you always have to be arranging and rearranging your stickers or your accessories in order for them to work the way you want them to. Noteful makes things a lot easier, and it's very easy as well, as you saw. By dragging and dropping, you can open your album on the app. So this is what you will get as the first page. You can add your picture here. So I left that space so you can create something similar to the demo I did here. So you can put your family picture or just an image or a couple of accessories that you want to decorate your cover page. And then you will notice I'm going to close the files here for a second so I can show you well the links that you have. This is a very, very simple album. The reason why I created it is because I wanted to simplify my creative side of planning. I felt like printing pictures and buying expensive scrapbooking tools and elements was not something that I'm ready to do now. I am hoping my baby will be here soon. So it felt a lot easier to consider going full on digital. So in this album, you have the months hyperlinked here on the right side, and you can just click on them to jump on the page. And then if you scroll to the left, you can have this double-sided page. So you can see this one is still the month of January. So I thought that would make it look a bit more realistic and special. And I also included, in case you want to have any sort of annual plans, by clicking the three lines up here, you go to this blank page, and these two blank pages will be at the start of the album, and you can create annual spreads, or you can simply add more decorative pages if you want to, if they are not related to a specific month on the year. Of course, if you click on the four dots here, you can see all of your pages as well, so you can nicely see all of your memories put together. Then the other links that you have here are this little arrow that basically always brings you from any page that you are in your album. Sorry for the lagging. I don't think it's the Noteful app, it's my tablet that needs some sort of update. But if you click on the arrow, let's say you're in May, you can click on the arrow and you go back to the beginning, so you can easily jump here. And then the heart takes you to the templates. I understand that sometimes we are too busy to go fully creative with our spreads, and we may prefer to have at least some sort of layout to give us an idea of how we can plan. And all of these are pages that are within the planner, so you can just click on them and you will jump to this template. You can duplicate the page and bring it into your month. So for example, if I will want to use this template, I can just go to the three dots here. Oh, sorry. No. Am I getting confused with GoodNotes? Yes, I am. Sorry. Go back to the four dots here. And these pages, they are all at the end of the planner. So if you scroll to the end of the planner, you will see them all here. And you can select the one that you want as well if you prefer to have a look at them like this instead of going to the main page that I showed you before here. And once you are on your page, just click on copy. And then let's say I want these in January. I'm just going to scroll up and find my January, which is here. And I'm going to put this page on the, like behind it. So you click on the page you want, and then you click on paste, and that should paste your template page. Ah, there we go. Sorry, my finger wasn't working. So now if we go back to the start and we click on January, we should see our first January page and then the template we just imported. So you can then create your spread here. Another option is if you want to put all of your elements in the template and then just select them all and copy paste them into your January page if you don't want to add additional pages to each month. So let's go back then to our folder so I can show you there the accessories that you have included. So I'm really excited because they are really cute and I think they are going to make our scrapbooking and digital planning in general a lot more fun. We'll start with the digital papers, which I think are great when you want to create backgrounds. These are all high quality and they are of course all within the same theme. Here you go. So the nice thing about the papers is that you can use them as backgrounds for your pages, or you can even use them to draw your own shapes. So if, for example, I would want to import this paper into Noteful, I can stretch it and use it as a full background, or I can crop it and go freehand and design my own shape. Ignore how awful. That's the most awful flower I ever attempted to do. Excuse it, but we'll just use it as an example. So you can then have that as an accessory and background, as a decorative element into your spread. You probably won't want this ugly, unshaped flower. So I'm just going to delete it and we're going to pretend that never happened. Oops, I just deleted something and I don't know what that is. Hopefully just a tab. Okay, no worries. Anyway, I don't know what I did here. I just seem to have closed everything that I had opened. But going back there, you have then your digital papers and then you have your accessories. No shadow basically means that the accessory won't have any shadow. So for example, I will bring this card here and it's just a plain card that will fit into your template. So it's really easy, as you can see, to drag and drop all of the elements. But now let's imagine you want to put a picture here and you don't want to be fiddling around with the cropping to make sure that it works well. In that case, I've also included these frames with shadow and with the empty middle. So if you go to frames with shadow, then we could get this very same frame, but you can see now that there is an inner shadow and an outer shadow there. There we go. So there is no need to put one on top of the other, to be fair. You can just put them like that. So that's the difference between all of the elements having shadow or no shadow. And I'm going to show you then here. Let's just have a look at all of the accessories that are included. And I tried to keep this kit simple. It was not my intention to have a kit with a million stickers or decorative items. I find that sometimes the more elements that I have available, the harder it is to decide which ones to use. You're probably a lot better than me and you don't have that problem, but for me it is quite, I don't know, it's a bit more difficult to feel creative if I feel like I want to use as many elements as possible, but there are too many to pick. So this one is quite simple. You have these flags that are really useful and nice to create banners, but you can also use them to create patterns and backgrounds in your spreads. You have some fake rhinestones up there, some buttons, some jute as well. And then you have these trims down here, which are very lovely to decorate the borders of your pages as well. Then you have torn paper. And I really like this one because, of course, you can recreate this with your digital papers if you will want to do the cropping or do a specific shape. But I really like these ones because they come with the shadow. So it keeps all of that effect in your scrapbook and it gives it that realistic feel. Then we have the cards or frames. So this can work as cards, and you will have them with the white inside and the outside shadow, and you will also have them as photo frames without the white inside. And same with these round ones. Then you have flags as well, and the ones in plain colors, because it's always nice to have a mix of pattern and plain paper, or in this case accessories. And then I included some sentiments here as well, some extra washi, and these ones that are quite lovely for backgrounds if you want to add some sort of splashes. A couple more photo frames and decorative elements. So all of these ones will come as pre-cropped PNGs, so you won't need to be cutting every single shape from the pages you just saw. That was just an easy way of showing you what's coming with the kit. But then you can simply grab your scrapbook and drag and drop your elements. So it's very easy, it's really convenient. I think the best thing about digital planning and digital scrapbooking is that you can do it anytime from anywhere. You don't need to schedule, if you're doing a scrapbook, you probably need to set aside some time, because it's not only the time to be creative and the time to put your spread together, but it's also the time to clean up. And me being close to having a newborn at home, it really didn't click well to start thinking about having lots of papers, but precisely because we are having a little one coming into our family and it's our first child, I do have all of these ideas of the family album I want to start and all of these creative things that I finally have the time to do now that I'm off on maternity leave. So I think digital scrapbooking really meets all my needs at the moment, and I hope that it's also useful for you. So something that I wanted to share as well, very briefly, to avoid making this video too much longer, is that you can also use other apps like Procreate, for example. I am thinking that it's going to be a really good tool to have and create spreads that maybe speak more to you if you can have more of that handmade feel. So what I mean by that is, for example, in this one I was just playing around. I'm very rusty because I haven't used my Procreate in a very long time. But for example, yes, the elements come with shadows, but if you import a photo to your spread, then the photo won't have a shadow. But you can import a photo here and add a shadow in Procreate. You can also use your brushes to add any ink or any effect that you want to do. So depending on how easy it is for you to handle digital tools, I just wanted to share that I think the combination of Noteful for the layers, but also extending that fun into a more of a design app could be a really great thing. And the fun part about this is that you can go here and just export these as a PNG. And then we're going to save it on our images. And you can then go back to your Noteful hyperlinked album. And let's say I want a new page for that. And we can just go here. Let's close this for now. And tap on Add Image. And then select your photo, add it, And by doing that, then you still have a hyperlinked album, so you have all of your designs nicely tidy in your Noteful app. But also you can save these images and then print them. So that is kind of what I have in mind for some things, because I find that it is still nice to have some things in paper, even though I may not necessarily have the time to do the craft with the paper. So just wanted to share that little trick. Well, not trick, I don't know. Something that I thought could be nice. So you can also consider this when you're planning. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you have a nice look at the shop. I can briefly give you a little sneak peek of some of the other kits that will be releasing quite soon or in the next couple of months. So of course I had to create one for my baby. So it will come in this lovely navy, not navy, it's like a coastal palette, and it's beautiful, cute sailing bears, and I am super excited. So you have clip art included here, you have some of the months as well to track your memories and make beautiful spreads. Then some of the other kits that we have are for baby girls. Again, I think babies are going to be coming and taking over some of my shop during this year, but they are so sweet, they are so cute, and I don't think I've been working with designs like this for the shop, because normally I keep everything very watercolory, but like countryside-y, and so babies and cutesy animals were never part of my shop, so I'm happy to bring those in, but I will still keep the watercolor style, because that's the style that I really like using. This Halloween one is so fun, and I loved it for these scrapbooking kits, so I'm also creating planning and journaling kits with it. It's way more colorful than usual, but I love it. It's so much fun. It's really cute. And then also, I forgot to mention that this album comes in pink, but it also comes in green. So if pink is not really your vibe, or you feel like it looks too girly, then we have exactly the same one and with the same accessories, but just everything that you see pink is an aqua green that is super lovely. So thank you so much for watching. I look forward to see you next week. Take care. Bye bye.